I'm Timotab, and today we dive back into The Witness. Now, I have been doing some revision of the videos that I have already made. Revision in the British sense of studying, I guess. Just looking back over and seeing the stuff that I've done and some of the stuff that I had noted and then left to go and do some other things. And I have a ton of bits and pieces that I've kind of left undone. And talking to some of the people that have been watching this, I know that when they've done it, some people's approach has been very different in that, you take a section of the island and you go and deep dive into that section and you do all the things. I've taken a different approach of, okay, let's go and do some stuff, and if I get a little bit stuck, I'll just go and do something else because there's so much else that one can do. But that does have the potential issue of there being what's the word I'm looking for? Things that might get forgotten, put it that way. Anyway, I have lots of notes, and that is what I am fiddling with on my left here. Just making sure that I can see all of that. And okay. And yeah, so things that I think I want to look at today are the there was a big puzzle that was 5x6 with Tetris pieces in the Tetris swampy area, and that I said that I would come back to, but I would probably have to work on that puzzle offline. I did work on that puzzle offline, and it was frustratingly easier than I thought it would be, or simpler, I should say. It wasn't easy to find the solution, but when I found the solution, I was like, oh, okay then. Anyway, so there's that. I also have the map of the the plan for another video puzzle down in the windmill. I do think I want to see if I can tackle the windmill natural puzzles again. I think I've figured out how to do those in my head. And then, but I also want to see if I can find the Y area of the puzzle. What's the word I'm looking for? The way that the training puzzles for the Y clues. So I have just realized that I have a couple of things I need to set up that I need my cursor for. So let me do that. And okay, I can now see that time, and one folder I need. I'm sorry about this. I should have been more prepared before I started, but I was not. Let's get that one. Okay, that's that one. And last but not least, okay, back to there. All right, I think I should be good to go. All right, apologies apologies for that. Alright, so I'm not going to see if I can figure out this last hedge puzzle just yet. I think... Oh, there was one more thing. I knew what it was. There it is. Alright, got it. Oh. Alright. So, I am by the... there. So, let us remember how to do this. Okay. Try and remember the right direction to go. If I get lost, I can always take the boat, I guess. I'm going to try not to get too distracted. Ah, okay, that was useful to note. I don't think I had seen that one before. Hidden away back there. Ah, in that little spot there. Yes, I have definitely not seen this one before. But let's take a quick look. Okay. That's a long one. Could that be the one from the boat? From the shipwreck? That's possible. Okay. Okay. So I want to go all the way over here. Full speed ahead. Okay, so while we are traveling to our destination, I guess I can have a quick look around. So yeah, in my notes, I made notes of actual puzzles that I know I still need to do. I made notes of natural puzzles and potential natural puzzles that I've spotted. I've made notes of some mysteries that I still have to solve, and some of them I actually might have solved. I'm not going to talk in too much detail, really, because I don't know which ones I'm going to actually end up resolving in this episode. So, but it does occur to me I might be able to snag the yellow path here shortly. Let's... Is that going to be a... Oh, that's going to be a start and I've got to be on a moving boat to do that one. Okay, I'm gonna... Oh, I don't think I've been around this part before. Not in this direction. Well, that's interesting. Huh. Or at least I didn't look. Yes, I must have been round there, I just didn't look before. Wow. So, for this one, we had the 6x5 Tetris one, and with the Tetris pieces that used all but 2 of the spaces. And can I remember which pit it was in? Was it in this one? It may well have been. It was. And so here I was thinking, oh, there's like so many different possible pairs of spaces. How can they all fit together? And I will now try and remember to show on screen exactly how they all fit together. And I think there is a certain irony in noticing that the final solution has each of the clues sitting inside the piece they are cluing, even though the rules of the Tetris puzzle does not require that. So once I saw that and figured that out, it was hopefully this will be a good solution. So we do that, and we do that. And what did that do? Did that just do nothing? Oh. That felt like it didn't do anything. What the... Well, there was me thinking there was going to be some big reveal, but no. Or at least not that I can see. I haven't raised that. Alright, what am I missing over here then? Right, I know that I had a puzzle on there to do. So let's see if I can do that. Turning the right way even. It's that bit that I need to get in. Okay. Does it always turn in the same direction? I'm not sure. So... no, I bet that's going to... I want to go this way, I think. Because I think that affects... that's not... if I do... okay. I'm wondering if part of this affects the direction that it ends up going. Yeah, I don't want to do that. That's what I need to do. Wrong button. Oh, that's just too late. Alright. That should keep me going almost all the way round. And now I want to get over here, I think. There was definitely an angle that I was on there that would do it. Okay. That was unexpected. Alright, so let me have a quick look down here. Make sure there's nothing down here that I missed. Right, I did all those puzzles. That taught me about the hollowed out cell. That lit the blue. And that went down there. How do I get to blue-black? That all of a sudden doesn't make sense. Right, I can't end with the blue-black. If I start with the blue-black. going to take me counterclockwise to get there. Okay, so that lit the blue. Oh, is that red new? Yes, okay. Wait, so what happened? Okay. Something happened I do not understand, and I'm going to have to look back at... But this is different. Okay. So I think that does that, because I have two, and I've... Oh, so how's this going to work? Okay, no, that makes sense. Yep, I have an empty thing. So, okay, so I've got that 3 that's in, and then those have cancelled all 4 of those out. Okay, those 2 and say that one cancel. Oh. Okay, hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So they all cancel out, but I can't go around the edge. So if I can't go around the edge, what does that mean? Does that mean that I'm not understanding something? Well, clearly it means I'm not understanding something about how this works. Because as soon as I go in there, unless... Right, I have to have one region that has the 4 and appropriate bits in, and one region that has the 3 and its appropriate bits in. And that is going to do that. Nice. Okay. Oh! Okay, so... this... Is that a door that swung open? Is that what that is? I don't know. But something in here changed, clearly. I will look at my previous video and figure out. Well, that's got us to the red area. Okay. Okay, so that, given how these yellow squares seem to work. Oh, I've got a barrier there for a start. But it would suggest that something is going to... that I'm going to like make 2 cells disappear? I'm not sure. I am going to, before I attempt that, I'm going to explore the red area as much as I can, he says, and there's not much I can do. Oh, there's another. Does that look like the same puzzle but from a different angle? Ah. So I want to lower this cell in this corner, I think. Which one is that going to be compared to that map? I think it's going to be something like that. No, they both have to be in the same. Okay, that did do what I half expected, but it didn't do it in quite the way I expected it to do it. Oh, I see what I have to do. I think what I have to do is... what is that? Right. I have to lower, say, this one and this one, from which I can then access this panel, so I can then lower the 2 I've got lowered now. But if I want to... Right. But hang on. If I do that, that's not going to work because they're not in the same region. So it can't be that one. So, where can I get on? That looks... looks like it should be that one. But... that's what I'm already at. Did indeed lower those. Puts them in. Oh, that's 3 out. Uh-huh. Well, that was not quite what I was hoping for. So the question is, what is it I want lowered? Cunningly, I can't quite... Can I? Interesting. So that's the cell that I need down to get to that bit of path. That means I need that cell down to get to it. If that cell were down and I were on it, I don't think I can ever lower that cell. Because I can't make the right shape. Because I do that and they're in different regions. I can't get them to be in the same region because they're too far apart. So if that cell has to stay up, then how do I get to there? Because I can't do it from there. Is there some other angle? Okay, maybe that corner cell. Let's have another look there. Which was the corner cell I was thinking? No, the corner cell is the cell that I can't get down. This one, that one is stuck, as far as I can tell. Pretty sure they have to be next to each other. Ah. There we go. Very nice. That red stripe looks suspicious. Oh, was that the last one? Aha! Here it comes. Anytime now. Okay, that is distinctly white. Okay. Now, how do I get back? Okay. want to go clockwise. That's going to take me counterclockwise. Take me clockwise. Counterclockwise that I needed to go. Is that the problem? Yeah. So, is this just a red herring, then? Or a purple herring?
A poet once said,
Okay,
"The
I can
whole
reactivate
universe is in a glass of wine."
that. Okay. Well, I am not going to worry too much about the natural puzzle for now, unless I happen to do it as I come round here. I'm in the way. Okay. I think I'll look at that another day. But now, Can't get there from there. Okay. Yeah. Alright, so what is going through my head? What is going through my head is that I want to see if I can get to where the Y puzzles are. And I'm thoroughly confused as to how to do that. Maybe press that way. Excuse me one moment. Okay. Alright, so yes, I want to figure out the Y puzzles because I know that there's a Y puzzle in the underneath the windmill, and I need to go back to the windmill because I have my new windmill video thingamajig. So I think yeah. Right, and this is bugging me too. Because that is so clearly the correct angle. And if that's the correct angle, then it can't be that I'm trying to get something else in my vision that is white there. So can I change that? And is there a way I can shine a laser on it, say? Now that I'm here, I think I'm gonna... If only I had a laser whose direction I could control. Oh wait. Can I remember how to get there? That's the question. The answer to that seems no. My 3D vision, is that, hang on, is that one that I haven't made a note of? How do I get up there? Distracto boy. Where are you? I don't think I've even been in the over here before. Alright, let's not get distracted. Let's go back. I have a specific plan, and I just have to figure out where I'm going. Here's town. There's the windmill. I don't want the windmill just yet. Right, it's the quarry, I think. I think I should be able to do this puzzle. Okay, this piece can't take in this cell, so that one has to. So that's going to be that shape. And then that piece has to take that cell, so that's going to be that shape. So those come out. That does that, and that. Alright. See what that is from the right angle, because this is not the right angle as far as I can tell. Get across there. Aha, I can get to this jetty. Cool boat. Alright. Now, will that stay down is the question. Guess we'll find out. Aha. Okay. That there. That there. Does that look right? I've got 2 white stars in each region. Or in any given region I have exactly 2 white stars, or none. I have exactly 2 black stars or none in each region. Okay. It liked that. Now I need a vertical 3 and a T pentomino in any orientation. That. But it's also got to cover those two cells. I think. That. Awesome. Let's look a bit further down this way, see if there's anything. Okay. Seems to make sense because that's already. Okay. Aha. And here is my first Y symbol puzzle. Wait, what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Do not understand that. Okay, it seems to have knocked out that symbol. Oh. Okay, so that has ignored that, said that that was ignorable, that that symbol didn't have to be valid. But it did not like that at all. Okay, so that got to ignore the symbol in its region. But it only got to ignore one symbol in its region. Okay. So that ignores one symbol in its region. This needs to ignore that symbol, because that can't fit. So I need to do that and that. Okay. If I'm ignoring one of them, I can't ignore this one. Because if I ignore that one, then those two, well, maybe they can fit together. That one I don't think I can ignore. Well, no, it could go on either side. Yes. No, that needs to be able to ignore a symbol. Okay. So the two there are going to Tetris together, and then the Y is going to ignore the other one. Oh. Oh, that's cute. That's really cute. So the one that I miss out is the one that it ignores, and therefore is the one where the ramp gets placed. But, okay. Aha! So now I can put 2 in a region and ignore 1. But it won't ignore the same color. Okay, I don't quite understand. Let me do that again. Why did it ignore that particular? It didn't, it just ignored 1. But it didn't like it. So that's interesting. It's not ignoring it there, and I have just noticed the time. So right, so that's another controller rather than learner. Alright. I think that this looks like a good place to stop. And next time, clearly, I will be carrying on from here. If you have enjoyed watching me do this, then... Oh, I've just realised that there's a control there. If you've enjoyed this, then please hit the like button. You can subscribe to see some more. And I would love to hear your comments, but as ever, with these particular set of videos, please no spoilers. I'm looking forward to next time. Be seeing you.